Hey, nature photographers. I don't know about you, but I sure do like it when I buy gear, equipment, accessories, clothing that works great, does better than I expected it to, is worth the money that you paid for it, and you find yourself using over and over and over again. And I know you guys see these shirts in a lot of the videos I do. These aren't my regular clothes. My regular clothes are boots, jeans, Western cut shirts. I'll probably do a video wearing that at some point. But you see these shirts, these are my photography shirts, these are my work shirts, and I love them. And this video is going to tell you why I love them and why I think they'd help you out as well. Howdy from West Texas. I'm Lee Hoy, professional nature photographer, and this is my YouTube channel, Lee Hoy Photography. I'm an OM System Ambassador, photography workshop instructor for Wildside Nature Tours of Precision Camera and Video, and contributing author for the Journal of Wildlife Photography. So for a long time, I wore a variety of outdoor shirts, often Columbia button downs. I wore a lot of different styles of shirt, trying to find something that worked. You know, some button downs, the problem is when I'm laying on the ground, you stand up, you've got dirt all inside of them. Sometimes the material they're made out of, they don't dry quite as quick. And I've always been looking for a shirt that would work in any climate. Now, let me tell you about a few of the things that drives me when I'm looking for attire. As you can tell, I am not a guy that gets nice and tan, right? I also, ironically enough, for a nature photographer, I hate having the sun directly on my skin. I will deal with sun, photograph and enjoy it, love it. But when it's just hitting directly on my skin, I'm miserable. After a few hours, my hands will swell. I do not like being sunburned, but the only thing as bad as being sunburned is putting on sunscreen. I hate getting those kind of things in my eyes. So I've been looking for a long time, and a couple of years ago, I finally came across a solution that I thought would be great for my shirts. Now, when you live in the deserts, when you live in the mountain deserts of West Texas, you find that you're outdoors a lot. I mean, even here in my house, I'm constantly seeing the outdoors from within inside my cabin here. I've got it controlled a little bit right now for the video, but I'm always outside. I mean, unless I'm sitting working at the computer or making videos for y'all. So the reality is I want something that would be great in the sun, but won't make me hotter. I want something that will, dry quickly should it get wet. I want something that doesn't hold odors. I want something that is functional, that allows me to lay down on the ground, just stand up and brush the dirt off. I want something that is durable, that's going to last a long time. And when I was doing a winter in West Yellowstone trip one time, I stopped at a Simms fishing store right next to the Simms plant there, just outside of Belgrade, Montana. And I got to looking at their fly fishing shirts and realized that these were the perfect shirts for nature photography, at least for me, and I'm going to tell you why. So I'm wearing one. You guys have seen some of these in quite a few of the videos. You know, these things are made out of a wonderful, wonderful fabric. I'm not going to bore you on all the details, but let's just say what I like is they're UPF 50. So right off the bat, I don't have to worry about the sun, right? And one of the key features in many of these shirts are the thumb loops. So right here, I can put my thumb through this loop, and already the sleeve is covering the back of my hand. And I'm going to tell you about a bonus item I often wear. Now, the original shirts I bought just had a simple elastic, piece of elastic, thin, that went around your thumb, and they wore. I never had one break, but later they came up with this design, and it takes a little more space between my thumb and hand. I think I would like for this to still be out of fabric, but maybe a little thinner for photography. But nevertheless, it works great keeping the sun off the back of my hands. It also comes in a variety of outdoor colors. That's one of the things I like. I tend to wear, when I'm doing photography, a lot of either camo or generally, darker colors. I have some whites that I wear in certain photography situations where white camo isn't going to bother anything. So for me, there were a couple of things that drove this. I generally, when I'm photographing, I prefer a pullover. Now, I have a couple of button downs I'll show you in a minute. But the pullover means if I'm going to lay on the ground, on the sand, on a beach, in the grass, in the mud, it doesn't allow stuff to get through. You know what I mean? So I'm not getting debris, dust, and stuff inside my shirt. And I lay down, a variety of areas for images quite frequently. I think you'll find that if you try these, another thing is, particularly out here, keeping the sun off your skin, whether you're in a humid or a dry climate, keeps you cooler. A lot of people I see out photographing in shorts and T-shirts. I don't want to go walking through unknown vegetation in shorts and T-shirt. I don't want to kneel on hard rocks in a shorts and T-shirt. So I'm always in long pants regardless of the humidity. I'm always in long sleeve shirts regardless of climate. And I have found over the years that these work great. They're very durable. They don't stain easy. They're easy to wash, easy to dry. And again, they come in a great variety of outdoor clothes. Now, they don't have pockets. I hate using pockets on shirts. I find that I never can remember which pocket something is in. I like pockets on coats, but I don't need pockets on shirts. If I lay down, I don't want stuff in the pockets for me to lay on. So when you go out to look at this is the Simms brand. One of my favorite things are the hoodies. Now they have hooded and unhooded, but if I'm wearing my ghillie hat or I'm wearing any kind of a sun hat or even a beanie, but the sun's out, it could be cold temperature. Again, I hate having sunscreen, particularly on my head, because I don't like it getting in my eyes when I'm photographing. So I can put the beanie, I can put my hoodie up, and then I can put a beanie over it to keep warm or under it. If it's windy, I might put the beanie over it to help keep it in place. I can put a ghillie hat on over it, and it's going to protect my neck, my ears, the side of my face. And I do have a little rub-on sunscreen if I need to use that for, below my eyes, my nose, my cheeks and stuff, okay? So these hoodies are awesome. They stay on really well. The newer shirts, the hoodies are a little smaller, and I've noticed they stay up a little better. And if you see, I got a Charlie Brown sized head, and it fits me pretty well. So, usually when they say one size fits all, not necessarily, but I find that with these shirts that they work really well. They come in a variety of patterns. So I showed you, I've got the blue camo, I've got a white camo. I have a dark green camo, right? They come in all different kinds of patterns. Now, these are the Simms brand of shirts, and for me, they work great. Again, love the thumb loops. I love the hoodie. I love the fit. They keep me nice and cool, and they work. But there are a couple of other things about them I like too. So Simms also does make a button-down style. So you'll see that here in this particular shirt. Got a button-down. And, so it depends if you prefer a button down. So I might wear this when I'm teaching a workshop or a class at a festival where I might be at a booth and I'm going to go out and teach and I'm not going to lay down. Then I might go with the button down just for a little convenience. But they came out with a new product. I picked up my first one probably a year and a half, 2 years ago. This is the button down version, but they came up with a new product, and the name of it, I don't know if this will focus on it for you. It's called Insect Shield. And these come pre-treated with permethrin. Now you may say, oh, well, Lee, I can do that myself. Sure you can. I'm busy. I don't really have the time to do that. This is supposed to be good for 70 washings. So if I'm going to the tropics or areas where I know mosquitoes or other biting insects might be an issue, then this shirt is going to come in handy. And I've got at least 2 or 3 of the Insect Shield, all made by Simms. Let me give you a heads up. The hoodies, they're not cheap. You're probably looking at anywhere regular retail from $70 to $100 or so. But when you use these as much as I do, it's really no big deal for me. I invest a lot in good gear. Now, there are a couple other companies that I have some shirts from. One of them is called Forlo. And they used to have a store. They kind of rotate where they have stores. They're based out of Montana. It's a hunting store. So here's Forlo. And their shirt's basically the same. They're going to have, they have a thumb hole for you, and they have the hoodie, and this is in the same price range as the Simms. I find the construction to be every bit as good. At some point, I'll do a video of my warm weather and cool weather rain gear that I have from Forlo. It is not cheap, the rain gear and whatnot, but like I had a zipper break on pants, and those are like $350 rain pants, and they work great. You can wear them, and I've worn them in the 80s in the Amazon. And I took them to the store, and they just said, oh yeah, here you go. We'll get you another pair. So again, another great reason to buy American made and to buy Forlo. I've asked them several times, man, I'd love to be their ambassador, and I can't get anybody to call me back. So Forlo, man, my YouTube channel is growing. I'm a top OM ambassador in terms of sales and moving people to that. Would love to help hawk your products for you. And then there's another brand. It's a little cheaper. I usually find them at Bass Pro Cabela's, called Huck Fishing. They tend to have a lot more brighter shirts that may not work as well for photography. Let's see, where's that brand name right there? Huck. but a little cheaper. They do feel a little different, although they work great. I have no problem with it. And again, also, oh no, that's the one thing. This one does not have the thumb loop. So this might be when I'm know I'm going to wear some gloves that I'll show you here in a second. But Huck, Forlow, Sims, and my order of preference would probably be for the shirt Sims. And Forlow would be about even, and then Huck would be third. I'm sure there's some other brands out there. I don't care. I know what I found. I know what works great for me, and I really like these. So again, lots of reasons to really enjoy them. Great for photography and obviously other activities, but I'm here to talk to you about photography. So here's my bonus item in today's video. Even though they have the thumb loop, sometimes I prefer to wear gloves and even protect more of my fingers. Well, Sims makes fishing gloves meant just to do that. So these are also UPF 50, okay? And, whoops, I've still got my sleeve hook on. What I really like about these, okay, not only are they going to give me great protection from the sun, not only on my hand, but also on my fingers. The palm is cut out, and then they have extra thick, cushions and grippy on the fingers, on the two main fingers here. Now, obviously, they've designed that for fishing, but needless to say, works pretty well for photography. And I like these because not only can I wear the gloves, but I can still put the thumb loop over it and get really well protected from the sun, maybe biting insects. These gloves, I think this is, yeah, these are also, I have two different pairs. So this is the, let's see if it'll grab it, Insect Shield, okay? So the Insect Shield brand, so pre-treated with permethrin. So these are what I wear when I go to the tropics, when I go to other, again, possible biting bug areas. So I have a pair that don't have the treatment. And again, supposed to last up to 70 washings. Be honest, I don't think I wash these as much as my shirt. No, these aren't bad. They really don't hold well. No, I think my left hand offers a little more funk than the right. So the reality is I love these. I use them quite frequently. I'll be going to Cuba, Patagonia. These will go with me for when the weather's a little warmer. I might need some cooler weather gloves for Patagonia. So I hope that helps. These are, this video is really all about, helping you find accessories. They're going to help when you're out doing your photography, because so often we buy stuff that just doesn't work, and I hate seeing photographers waste money. And guys like me, we are in the field in every possible climate you can imagine. I'm out in the field. Last year I was out in the field 270 days traveling. So I know what works well. I know what I like. And again, you may not like it. If you have some of these, if you use this, throw that down in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think about it. If you could see using them, or if you can think of a benefit I didn't think of. Again, I'd love to hear that down in the comments. Thank y'all for the super thanks and the donations. Y'all rock. I love my online community. I try to answer all your comments. I'm going to be in Cuba and Patagonia for a month coming up in April. I get to them as quick as I can, I promise. So don't give up. And if I've missed a comment, maybe post another one underneath to catch my eye. I do my best to try to keep up with all of them. Thanks for watching. Go out and get some great shots.